Hi and welcome back to the second part in our tutorial on how to add ammo to our guns for ultimate survival. And I just want to remind you all, when we get past 500 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway. And all you need to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment in any of the videos, and you could win a great new free asset from the asset store. And back to our tutorial. Bottom of my screen you can see my shotgun icon with X2. That's 2 bullets in my shotgun, and when I fire, makes a noise, it goes down to 1, again goes down to 0, and now if I fire, it's just a click. I go to my inventory, I can drag in my bullets, and it will reload twice, because I had 2 bullets. If I fire off 1, I try to reload again, it will just reload once. And that's what we're going to finish off in our tutorial today. We're going to add the bullets, and we're going to add the animations, and also a noise effect for that reloading. Right, so grab your favorite editor and let's start coding. Right, now we're inside our player event handler script, and in here we're going to add a new attempt. We're going to use this later on for doing our animations. So let's find, here we go, here's one. So let's just grab this, select it, copy it, and paste it underneath. I'm going to change this to say reload, and we also want to pass through the number of bullets that we're going to need to reload. So let's turn this. Let's have an integer in there, and on here, same thing. So now when we're using this reload attempt, we can say reload and put in there like a 3, a 2, a 12, whatever for the number of bullets that we've got. So we'll use that when we're doing our animation to say how many times we're going to loop through our animation. Alright, let's save. Now we're going to pop into our item drag handler script, and I want to go back to our FP weapon base script and grab this block here, copy it and paste it down here, because we want to use these variables in this script. Now that's probably a better way of doing it, maybe referencing the ones from the weapon base, but for now it's messy and it works. And I also want to add my own function. Now I'm going to go right down the bottom, and now I'm going to go right down the bottom here. After this one, it's private, and we're going to make a load ammo. So it's public because I'm going to use it elsewhere. It's a bool, so we can call it and get a true or false to see if it worked. And we're going to call it load ammo. We're going to need a slot, and we're going to need the item that's going to be underneath our pointer, which means it's the thing that we drag our bullets onto. And just for now, let's open and close it and leave it there. Okay, so grabbing this, okay, copy it and go up until we find, here we go. So if slot under pointer, this is the one that we're going to be editing. So we're here in the slot under folder, and in here you've got if the slot is not empty. Now we want to make sure that it's not empty because we want to drag our bullets onto a gun. So this is the place that we want to be playing, and it's very important whenever you're coding to make sure that you add these comments, because you can come back to them later in 6 months, in a year's time, or give them to someone else and they'll know exactly what to do. So for us this was fantastic because we know this is where we want to be playing. So I'm going to make some space and add what we just copied in down the bottom here. So we want to use the same names, makes it a lot easier when we're playing about. So item under pointer is this guy, and initial slot is this guy. But that's not enough because we made it a bool. So that way now we can say if it returns true, then return and get out of this. Otherwise you're going to drop in your bullets and then it's going to continue and then swap the bullets for the item you've got there and move your gun back into your main inventory, which you don't want to do. You want it to load the ammo and then stop what it was doing and get back to normal. So now this won't actually do anything because we need to go down the bottom and adding the code into our load ammo function. So let's pop down here. Now I'm going to use the magic of pause, paste, and unpause. Ta-da! Okay, got a massive ball here with a load of comments. And actually, when we talked about comments, we added in our we added in our ammo here, and we didn't add a comment for it. So I just gave you a big speech about adding in comments, and I just went and ignored myself. As I was saying, do as I say, don't do as I do. Well, now we're going to do as we say and do. Okay, so load ammo. If it can load, then return and get out of the function. Otherwise, carry on. Okay, so good. Now we come back and we will read this in a year's time and go, ah, this was the crappy bit of code that we did. And go down here. I've added this new ball, can load ammo, and we're going to say that it's going to be down here. Only if this is true, then we're going to try to load the ammo. So as you know, I do love my error handling. So first of all, we're going to make sure that both things exist, the thing that we're going to drag onto and the thing that we're dragging. Now we need to make sure that the thing we're dragging has a type, has a property ammo type, and also the thing we're dragging onto has a property ammo type, because we want both the bullet and we want the gun to both have ammo types. Now we've made sure that they both actually have this property, we want to make sure that both of them have the same value. So you do get property value, ammo type, and you're saying it's a string, equals equals, so it's the same as the guns, which is the thing that you're dropping onto, get property value of ammo type string. And then that's not enough for us, is it? Because you need to make sure that the thing we're dragging is a bullet. First of all, we're making sure that it has the property is ammo, and then we're saying get property value is ammo, ball is true. And lastly, the thing that we're dragging onto doesn't have a property is ammo. Alright, that was a lot of talking just for one ball to make sure that we can load ammo, but really this saved me a lot of headaches, because after running through all of this we had all of the dependencies that we need for the rest of our script. And I'm going to click save in case I crash. And through the power of copy and paste and pausing and unpausing, we're going to now put in one of the largest nested if statements that I've written in a while. Padam! Now because this is an if on our ball, and this is a ball here, we need to make sure that our ball here has exit points for every part of this. Every if basically has to have an exit. So if you have an if, you've got to have an else, and that else has to have a return either true or false. Bit annoying, otherwise you get weird errors. So with that in mind, let's go through our can load ammo. So we're saying if all of these conditions are true, now we can load ammo, so now the fun begins. And again, we've got another if statement, and our if statement says our thing that we're dropping onto has a property ammo capacity, our thing we're dropping onto has a property ammo type, and the thing that we're dropping onto has the property ammo. Now I know that we've already said ammo type up here, so really you could get rid of it, but add it in just to be safe. And we could even add this in here, and actually let's do it. Let's add these two things up into the can load ammo, and then we'll get rid of this if statement. A little bit of refactoring as we're playing about. So and well, look at all of it, and we've got and it has, whoops, here we go, item under property has property ammo. So we're saying that we've got ammo capacity and ammo, and because we've already said ammo type, we can now actually just get rid of this one, and we need to go right down this nice line and get rid of this one here. Don't need that one anymore. One less if statement. So if can load ammo, it has its else and its return. These ones we can bring it all back one, shift tab, nice. So a bit of refactoring as we're coding. Great one, guys. Thanks for pointing that one out. I really appreciate it, because I could hear you all screaming at your monitors. So we go through and define our variables. We want to make sure that our picked up ammo stack size is there. So we've got int ammo stack, and that is the item we're dragging and how much are currently in the stack. So that'll be our bullets, and say that there's 7 in the stack, 1 in the stack, and we're going to put it in this integer and use it later. Now the current ammo is what's in our gun. So again, we're going to use our protected variable that we had at the top, and it's from the property ammo. Now notice that I haven't actually got the int here. I stick it down here in my var ammo, and I've got m underscore ammo.int, very much like we did in the hit scan script. That's basically where I ripped it off from. So now we've got this capacity. That's how much our gun can actually load. Don't forget, once your gun has maximum number of bullets that it can handle, you can't just keep on shoving more bullets in and hoping that it's going to load more. It won't work like that. Your gun's going to get jammed and your finger's going to hurt. So ammo capacity, make sure you save that one in. Now is where the fun happens. We need to make sure that our gun is not already fully loaded. So if our gun has less ammo than the capacity can handle, and our stack of ammo has greater than 0, which it always really will, because you can't really have something there that's got 0, but in reality you can, because you can still have the object and it can have negative or 0 stack, just in case something weird's happening and it's manipulating the value. So I added this in just to be safe, nothing weird is going on. Now you might be wondering how that could ever happen, but you never know. Always be safe. So int, new int for need ammo, we had to work out what is the difference between how much a gun can take and how much we currently have, and that's how many more bullets we need to put in our gun until it gets full. So now we need to say that how many bullets we need is greater or equals our ammo stack. So basically that's saying that if you've got 3 bullets in your hand and your gun needs 3 bullets to be fully loaded, then you're going to consume all of your bullets to load that gun. And that's basically, now we're saying the var we defined up at the top, its current value is what it currently has, and add on the amount that we've got in our ammo stack. And now we're saying, okay, because it was protected value, this ammo amount was a protected variable, we need to set its value, and always remember that the item, the type, has to match this one. So that's why we had the var had the amount.int, because it is a type.int. And now we've got our game controller.localplayer.reload.try, and that was the attempt that we set in the player event handler. Remember that one? It's only a few minutes ago. And because we made it support an int, we can pass through how many bullets we need to load our gun. That's the need ammo. Oh, a lot of talking. I really could do with a drink, but I don't have one right now. So carry on, and then I will reward myself with a drink when we're done. Now once you've loaded your gun, you need to destroy those bullets in your inventory, otherwise they're still going to be there and you can reload your gun indefinitely with just 1 bullet, which won't be great. So don't forget, destroy that dragged item, game object, and set the variable of dragged item to null, make dragging false, and refresh the initial slot. That's the one that you dragged it from. And then return true and get out of here, back in at the top, where we then would return again and get out of the entire class. So a lot of fun. Basically that's saying now, if all you're holding in your hand is enough bullets to fully load your gun, consume all your bullets and load your gun. Else, and you, my friend, should live here. Whoops, that's better. Else, it means that you've got more bullets than you need to fully load your gun. So you need to load your gun and then put the bullets back in your inventory. So much like we had above, we're loading our ammo from the current, what it currently has, plus what you need. And we're also setting the value again, exactly the same as above. Now we've got remaining ammo. So what's the remaining ammo? That's basically how much we had it originally and how much we needed. And now you need to set that our dragged item dot current in stack is the remaining ammo. Now this is what I meant about up here, ammo stack could be a negative value, because if you were playing about in here, you could keep on reducing your stack size to negative values, but you still got the object because you haven't destroyed it. That's why we're going to destroy it. Game controller local player, again we're doing the animation, and now we're going to use the put item back. Now this already exists in this script, you can find it when you scroll and look up. So we're just calling it and saying it, put it back in its initial slot, and then refresh it because you put it back, refresh it, and now we destroy. Well, weird thing is, because you've dragged it, you dragged it onto the gun, and if you don't destroy the thing that you dragged, when you let go, it will still be there, hovering over your gun. It's really weird. So you need to destroy it, and you need to set it to null, and you set dragging to false, and return to true. And basically that's exactly the same as what we have at the top. Really weird. Let's just say that. Put that in here, because again we haven't actually commented this one, but I've commented the top one, and it's pretty much the same. So here we'll put what's left in our ammo stack back where we picked it up, and destroy that we dragged because we already put it back. Alright, so based on all of these, what if our ammo stack is not greater than 0? You need to return false. Now if our gun is full, which was the if the current ammo is less than the capacity, let me say it's full. So you need to put the bullets back and refresh, and again destroy. So its gun is full, put the bullets back where you picked them up. Oh, ammo, because we could use it for I don't know, anything really. Could you really use it for arrows while you're loading one at a time? Maybe. So, and here we've got the same comment that we had there, because we're going to destroy the object we dragged because we already put it back. And again, if our can load ammo is false, so you can't load ammo, you need to have an exit point, and that returns false. Let's click save before anything bad happens. Well, I'm back inside Unity, and we haven't got a load of errors or warnings popping up, so that's good news. That rarely happens. And I'm going to go to mail player, inventory controller, and make sure that we give ourselves shell and 12 shells. Alright, so now we can actually load up our gun. Alright, so let's click play. Your fingers crossed? I know. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to call my shotgun Sally, and I'm firing Sally twice, and now we've got that click. and you see I've got X0, no ammo. Alright, let's see if we can drag. Hang on, before I drag in, let's put some clothes on. That's better. Let's look cool. Now we look cool. So, let's drag ammo. Keep your fingers crossed. That's it. Then we've got 2, and that's gone down to 10. Let's try and drag some more. Doesn't let us. Great, let's fire once. And now if we drag and drop, it should go down to 9. Oh, it feels good. Doesn't that feel good, everyone? But it just doesn't feel right because the bullets just magically appear and nothing's happening with our gun. We're not reloading it or anything. No animations playing. But at least we've now got limited ammo and we can reload, and let's just spend our entire load before we get back in. And again, click. So let's just keep on spending, shooting our load all over the place with Sally, and that's it. Click, click, no more ammo. And that looks like a good place to stop it for now. So let's take a break. I'll upload this tutorial and then we'll come back in a moment with the third and final part where we'll add the animations. And remember guys, if you like it, click it. If you want to see more on the Ultimate Survival series, click on the links on the left side of your screen. And if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, please click subscribe. It's in that big button that's down below. And there's next to it, there's a little magic bell. And when you click that bell, it tells you when there's a new video out. So cheers, thanks for all the support.